Call the darkness unto me, from deepest depths of earth and sea. To blackest night I pledge my soul and crush my heart, to summon forth a deathly power, to see my hated foe devoured.
Have you learned nothing?
Okay, so the Star vs. the Forces of Evil premiere just aired, and I'm so hyped for what's coming next. It seems like they're setting up for Queen Eclipsa to be the antagonist for this next season going forward, and I could not be more excited. She seems to be a little bit different. I kind of imagine her being more of a calculating, cunning villain, and you can definitely tell that she has ulterior motives. It's still not especially clear what her motives are, although I'm very, very interested in seeing what else she has to offer. Now that Toffee and Ludo are officially defeated, that leaves her being the only main antagonist for a while. That'll be pretty interesting. I can't wait to see what kind of villain she ends up being. Now, aside from that, we didn't really get any closure on the whole Star and Marco thing that we left off with last season. We know Star confessed her feelings, and Marco seems to, at the very least, acknowledge that she feels that way, and we definitely know that he feels the same way about her, although it hasn't been stated in the show yet, so it makes me wonder where they're going with this. Are they gonna get together? Are they gonna acknowledge that? I hope they end up talking in the next few episodes at least, because right now they're just kind of ignoring it, which is fine for the moment because of course bigger things are going on, but they need to address that soon. Going back for a second, can we just talk about how amazing Queen Moon is? Not only did she have to deal with the death of her mother from such a young age, she also had to take up the mantle as queen and deal with all the responsibilities that comes with. She basically had to make a deal with the devil just to protect her people, and she's willing to sacrifice everything to protect Star. Speaking of Star, Star kind of frustrated me in this episode. You see all the things that her mother had to deal with both in the past and in the present. I mean, for goodness sake, all of her friends are dead. Doing everything she can to keep herself and her daughter safe. At this point, she's already lost so much, and you really do feel for her and her struggles. And in comparison, Star is just so unlikable, which is weirdly uncharacteristic for her. Star knows the story. Her mother told her. She knows what happened to her grandmother. She knows what happened to her father. She knows that all these things are going down, and she doesn't have the wrong idea. Between the two extremes of Moon not wanting to do anything and Star wanting to just rush through, there could have been some compromise there, but it just felt like Star was endlessly butting her head against her mom. It wasn't that fun to watch them argue for that long, and they never really resolved that issue. Star keeps making mistakes and putting herself and other people in danger, and there don't seem to be any real consequences to her actions. Star definitely paid for what she did, but ultimately she was rewarded for it. She gained a new form, which, as cool and as beautiful as that scene of her transforming was, like the Sailor Moon references are everywhere in that, it's a little concerning that the show keeps rewarding her reckless behavior when we can see how dangerous that is. Star is very clearly a girl of action, and she does not like sitting on the sidelines. This is something we know about her character. That being said, she does need to learn some kind of self-control, or at least some sort of self-discipline. We already know Star is incredibly powerful and gifted when it comes to magic. I really want to see more of Star not trying to punch her way through every problem that she has, but rather try to work to an actual solution. Minor criticisms aside, I'm actually very pleased with how this premiere turned out. Honestly, I think there could have been a little less filler, since this episode especially seemed to be very heavily plot focused. But because this episode in particular was more heavily plot focused, we did get a lot more information than we usually do in an episode like this. We got to find out about Star's mother's past, and we got to see Queen Eclipsa herself. We finally resolved the whole Toffee issue. Ludo's been taken care of. It really does make you wonder what's coming next. I'm really excited to see what's gonna happen, especially now that Star has this new beautiful form, and also because we know that there is a threat coming and that she's going to be one of the biggest that they've ever had to face. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of the ending theme song, but it is more anime-esque, so I guess I can give it a pass. It is really beautiful, and it fits better with what the series seems to be going for now, but I still will always prefer that original ending theme. Well, that basically wraps up my thoughts on the Season 3 premiere of Star vs. the Forces of Evil. I'm super excited to see where Star is gonna go moving forward, especially in these next couple of episodes. I'm hoping for something a little bit more lighthearted, just to drown out some of the heavier stuff that we just witnessed, but I really have a lot of pressing questions, and I'm really hoping the show answers. Alright, that pretty much sums up my thoughts on the premiere. I'm really excited for more goodness, and fingers crossed for Starco.